Hey there, today we wanted to come on and tell you about these Acer Wireless over-the-ear headphones for kids. We really like them and the features of them, so we're going to tell you the things that we like about them and hopefully answer some of the questions that you have about them. And if you stick around to the end, we're also going to tell you one thing that we're not quite so fond of, but other than that, we really love these and we just want to share with you. So if you're contemplating buying them, we maybe can help you with your buying decisions. So let's get started. So before we do get started, I just wanted to mention that if you enjoy this review and it's helpful to you and you're looking to purchase these or something like this, you can find our affiliate link located down in the description box below. What that is it's the link to Amazon, and it is our affiliate link, which just means it doesn't charge you anything extra, but it does give our family a little bit of help with running our YouTube channel. And so we would appreciate you using that link if you decide to purchase. So let's get started. So these earphones, as I said, they're over the ear. So I actually even use them myself. So they can fit an adult, but they are designed for kids. And if you're like our family and you travel, you definitely need a pair of headphones like this for your child. So we have 3 children. So we're always on the lookout for great headphones. And this pair definitely fits the bill. So with these being kid headphones, one of the main differences between kid headphones and adult headphones is the limit to the volume. So these have a limit of 85 decibels or less, which is fantastic. That way you know if your kid is using them that they're not going to be blasting out like they can on adult headphones. So I really love that feature about these, is that they are limiting to the sound. So in order to use them, you have these buttons right here, which you can see they are nice big buttons. So, and there's not a ton of them, which I really like. So it's very easy for kids. But what you want to do is you're just going to switch. As you can tell, it says on and off. So you're going to just switch those on. And then once you do, you'll see it blinking like this. And you want to be sure that your device, whatever you're using, Kindle, computer, iPad, whatever, you have the Bluetooth turned on. And then you're going to look for, I believe it'll say Acer OHR 75, I think. And you'll just want to click that. And then she will say, pairing. She says it in a very beautiful voice. My daughter just mentioned that she really likes the lady's voice on here. So she'll tell you, and then they're ready to go. So super easy, super straightforward as far as connecting them to whatever device. I've connected them to several different devices and I haven't had trouble at all. So that feature is great because there's nothing more frustrating than trying to get something working for your kid and you can't get it connected. So we really like that they are easy to connect. So that's what that button is for. Then you have the next button right here is your play and pause button. And that does exactly what it says it does. If you click it once, it will pause it if you're watching something, and then you can hit it again to play. It also can be used the same way, like clicking on and off if you are on a phone call. And then if you hold it down, if, you know, say someone was calling and you had it connected to your phone, if you hold it down, it will refuse the call. So that would be more of a feature, the call part, if you were using it as an adult, which like I said, I've used these. But for the kids, probably the thing that they're going to use that for, likely use that for, is just to pause whatever they're watching. So the next button is the plus and minus button, and that you can use exactly for what you think it is. You can click it once to turn the volume up or down, or, you know, hit it several times to turn it up, but it's definitely the volume button. But if you do a long hold on it and you are, like, say, watching something on YouTube, it'll skip to the next video. Or if you were listening to an audiobook or something and wanted to switch to the next chapter, that button is used for that. One thing to be aware of is that if you have it plugged into the aux cable, which is also great that you have that option, you can just plug that in right here. Say you're on a plane or something and you need to connect to the TVs that are on the plane. These buttons will not work. These buttons are strictly for Wi-Fi connection and they do not work with the cord. So those buttons are only going to help you if you're using it for Wi-Fi, which is likely probably, if you're like my kids, what they're going to use it for. But it is fantastic that it comes with this aux cord for your kids, for if you, like I said, are traveling on a plane or you're using a device. I know sometimes certain devices won't connect wirelessly, and so you might need the cord, so that will come with it as well. So in addition to that cord, you're also going to get the charging cable. So this is another thing that I love about these, is it comes with a USB-C port or cable, and then this is a fantastic design as well, that Acer put the charging port right here. So basically it's hidden, you know, so it stays safe, but it's hidden right there, so that you just pull it down like that, plug it in, and then plug it in, you're ready to go. These earphones you can charge for 5 minutes and get 2 hours of runtime from them. So that's great. According to the manufacturer, if they are fully charged, you will be able to do up to 75 hours of listening, which is incredible for kids headphones, because, you know, if you're going on a longer trip overseas or something like that, long car trip, you know, you likely could get a whole trip out of them without having to charge them, which is wonderful. So just some of the other features that we wanted to point out. This head piece right here is really soft and cushiony. And then of course the earpieces are as well. And I will say I've worn them and they are super comfortable. That's one of the things, besides like connecting easy and then good sound for the kids. Comfortability is definitely high on my list of what I'm looking for, and these are definitely comfortable on your head, so that's great. These also, as you could tell by me holding them, they can fold to like a 90-degree angle like this, which makes them very compact. As you can see, I can hold them with one hand, so that when you want to put them in a bag or something like that, they fold up easily. And this also, I feel like, keeps them safer from breaking. They are adjustable up here at the head. So like I said, I have even worn them and they're even a little bit big for me. I have to adjust them. So I would say they pretty much could fit any child. I don't have any toddlers in my house, but I know of some people that did reviews and mentioned that toddlers wore them. So I would think any child from toddler up to teenage age could probably use these. So overall, we are just really pleased with all the features of these Acer headphones, and hopefully we answered some of the questions that you might have. And I did say that if you stuck around to the end, I would tell you the one thing that we're a little bit about. I don't know if you saw, but when I switched this, I really had to put pressure on that to get it to switch on and off. Of course, that's not a huge deal, but it is a little thing that I noticed, that it was a little bit harder for me to switch with my finger. Now, I have found that if I just put my nail on the edge, it will then switch very easily. So that might be even a tip, that you just put your nail under there. So you could just show your child that. I'm just thinking like little tiny fingers might have a harder time with that. It also could just be the pair that we received. But other than that, we really love these. We think they're fantastic, and we hope we helped you with your buying decisions. Happy shopping.